Can't do much about the wind noise today, even though I've got my microphone sock on, but you can see the wind blowing, even the grass that's lying down. The grass looks like it's got a river running down it. I don't know what she's doing. Come on, Sandy, stop eating grass. Come on. You wouldn't want to be playing football today, especially if you're kicking the ball against the wind. Wouldn't be much fun at all. Apologies for my shadow being in the picture. It's better than being rain on the camera. Sunlight on my back, even though it's cold. Kicking grass in Sandy's face, that's not nice. Skye spotted somebody across the way, another dog walker. Or rather, the dog is walking its owner. Either that or she was being blown around by the wind, which is highly possible, except the wind's going in the opposite direction to the way she's moving. So it's not possible. Holy moly! It is blowing a gale. A cold one at that. At least I won't need a towel when we get back. Skye's not impressed with the wind noise howling through the electricity wires. She's quite allergic to that, as she was to the purple balloon the other day. Come on! Oh! Sandy wants to play Tig. Skye isn't interested. Perhaps we ought to walk Milo with Sandy. They can chase each other around. Except I think Milo might have the last laugh, but he's not as fast. Milo was very light when he first came. You could pick him up with one hand without using any strain. Now you need two hands. You could feel every rib in his rib cage. Now you can't find any ribs. But at least he looks healthy. Oh, another gale. Another, what do you call it? Gust. Can hardly stand up. When the gusts come, they come. A bit like Sandy. Get away! Sandy, no! Get away, get away! Sorry about that. They found some poo. Some doggy droppings. And we don't want any of that nonsense. Had enough problems with Milo a couple of days ago. When Skye goes to the groomers next time, we're going to tell her to take the skirt off her, because with the weather like it is at the moment, all it does is attract mud, and she gets matted and knotted. So we'll get it taken off, at least for the winter months. Maybe bring it back in the summer when she's dry. Although I must admit, at the moment she's shining. She looks lovely. She must have had a brush. She's not been in the river for a couple of days. I don't know whether she'll want to go that way today. Sandy leading the troops as usual. I don't know whether you can hear me squelching in the muddy field above the wind noise. But my feet are sinking into the grass. I must go on a diet. I won't sink so far. If there was no sound, you'd think it was a beautiful summery day. If you want to look it up, it's called Storm Dara, and that's because I presume Ireland got the naming rights. They seem to change, they swap between various countries. They're nothing like the hurricanes you get in other parts of the world. It's just that we like to be dramatic. Come on. Come on. Sandy wants to play. Milo wants to stay. Come on. Not interested, are you? Come on. She's pulling on pulling on Skye's lead, trying to get her to move, get her to get more involved, and she's showing no interest whatsoever. Well, we've still got a good old wind blowing. Why we're rocking and rolling this morning. When I stop, they seem to stop. Might as well be taking still pictures. Come on, let's go. Even Sandy's not doing much. She's just pulling her face and letting the wind blow through her fur. Off we go. Come on, let's go. They're only interested in what's going on the other side of the field. Both the same, both looking in one direction. And we're off again. This time across the river. As usual, Sandy's out pulling ahead. Milo won't be coming across for a few days. He's just been to Mr. Bubbles and had his wash. So he can stay on dry ground for a few days, keep him nice. And Skye is going to the groomers this week. So it should be nice when she comes back. I don't know what I've pressed on my camera, but it's now saying in pro mode. Don't know what that means. It looks like I can zoom in a bit further. Don't know if that's good or bad. Alright, we've got 4 times zoom. That's why we're much closer. I think I was just taking still pictures. That's why I was zooming in so far. I've got the settings back right now. I don't know. Anyway, I was using another camera all morning. I'm not getting very far with that. At least it's dry and fairly bright, just a bit cold. And these two are attracted to the long grass. That means I have to be too. Skye wants to come back the way she went in. I think she's in a bit of a trough there. Here she comes. Good girl. Still a bit of frost around here. They've got their noses buried. Good morning, another day, another dollar. When we were out at 5 o'clock this morning, it was just cold, but now there's frost and ice starting to form, so it must be getting ever colder. I put the heating on at 6 AM and now the fire's roaring as well, so the house will be nice and toasty when we get back. It's full of beans. He likes it when it's cold. Run around and warm up. He's starting to look a bit furry again. I think he's due back in again in a couple of weeks for another groom. The last one was supposed to be just a wash and a blow dry, but we thought he was getting a bit hairy, so we upgraded him to a clip as well. I think we'll be doing the same next time. His fur grows at a phenomenal rate. Come on, Mr. Milo, stop scratching up the park. A bit of frost starting to form on the grass too. Come on. Milo's just spotted another dog across the far side of the field. Don't know whether you can see it. He can. He's taking the shortcut to catch up. We're not going across the water either because we're going to keep him dry for a couple of days at least. He got distracted by another dog. He didn't go across the water, or didn't try to go across the water, more to the point. And the other dog has no interest in him. And the other dog's owner is in shorts, must be in his hot blood because it's freezing cold. Come on. Hope everyone's Christmas shopping is going well. I went to the shopping centre yesterday and we decided to get some food while we were out. The queues were mental. I fancied Chinese, but the queue was ridiculous. So I ended up with a hillbillies, which is, for those that don't know, a bit like KFC, only nicer. The chicken's not covered in grease and the chips are chunkier and you get more of them. Even the gravy's nicer. But maybe our KFCs over here are a bit wanton. put it this way, they're nothing like the KFC I remember in Florida, and the ones in New York are nowhere near the ones in Florida either, in quality or portion size. Then you do come across a lot of chubby people in Florida. That's being polite, by the way. Not going into the mud. You can think twice, he's not getting muddy paws. One thing when it's frozen, but while it's still soft, it's going to come away dirty. I'm not having that. Not today anyway. Good boy. He must be running out of tiddle juice. He's not eaten his dinner yet this morning. He didn't want to get out of his bed. As soon as we got back off the walk, we went in under the table into what has to be said is Skye's bed, and he didn't vacate until he started fighting with Sandy. And that only happened because I went upstairs and came back downstairs, and they thought Mummy was coming down, so they're all lined up for treats. You could see the sigh on the face, oh God, not you again. We don't get anything off you, apart from a walk and their dinners. What they like there. Morning bit of croissant, morning cornflakes. Never met a dog that likes cornflakes, but there you go. All three of ours do. Come on, Milo. Come on, Milo.